Select the one word or phrase that needs to be used in place of the underlined text to make the sentence correct, or indicate that the underlined text is not in error. While doing the budget for the coming months, the man asked the carpenter to resend the quote for the new kitchen that he prepared last week. Before looking at our choices, let's see if we can find an error in the underlined phrase. This phrase features what's called structural ambiguity. Structural ambiguity refers to when something in a sentence is unclear due to where it's placed within the sentence. For example, I saw the man with the telescope. Is this sentence saying you saw a man who had a telescope, or is it saying you looked through the telescope and saw a man? We see structural ambiguity in the second clause of our sentence. The man asked the carpenter to resend the quote for the new kitchen that he prepared last week. This clause leaves us with a lot of questions. What was prepared last week? The quote for the new kitchen or the new kitchen itself? And who prepared it? The man or the carpenter? This phrase is too confusing to leave as it's written now. Let's take a look at our choices to see what would make the best alternative. B. The man asked for the quote for the new kitchen that was prepared by the carpenter last week to be resent. Here we see the same problem of structural ambiguity. What was prepared by the carpenter? The quote or the new kitchen? As this doesn't solve our structural ambiguity problem, this choice can be marked off. C. The carpenter prepared a quote for the new kitchen that the man asked to be resent. This phrase doesn't go together with the first phrase of our sentence. We can see that the man is the one doing the budgeting for the coming months, not the carpenter. Therefore, it doesn't make sense to put the carpenter as the subject of the sentence, like we see here. This choice can be marked as incorrect. And D. The man asked the carpenter to resend the quote that was prepared last week for the new kitchen. Finally, we see an option that clearly lays out for us what's going on in this sentence. We see who is doing the asking, the man, what was prepared, the quote for the new kitchen, and when it was prepared, last week. As this choice clears up our structural ambiguity, we can go ahead and mark choice D as our final answer.